Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel IT Geeks and Cloud, and today we are diving into the Azure where we are exploring how do we create a resource by using VS Code. But before that, let me explain you something related to the Azure Resource Manager ARM. Then after that, we are moving ahead with the today's topic, that is how to create a resource in Azure by using the VS Code. So, if we are talking about the Azure Resource Manager, so this is a management service provided by the Microsoft Azure, and by using this service, you can go ahead and create, manage, and update or remove the different Azure resources. If we are talking about for creating the resources over to the Azure, so we are having a lot of options are there. We can make use of the Azure portal by using the graphical user interface to deploy the resources over to the Azure. We can also go ahead and make use of the Azure PowerShell, Azure CLI, and different REST client itself. ARM layer provides the authentication, and then after that, user will be able to create, manage, or remove the different type of resources. So this is the basic overview of Azure Resource Manager. Now let's come up if we want to create a resource by using the VS Code, then what are the prerequisites are there? So first and first, if you want to deploy anything over to the Azure, then you must have a Azure subscription with you. After that, if you want to do the same, so you have to install the VS Code in your machine, and also for deploying your resource over to the Azure, you must have to install the Azure CLI in your machine. So this is the prerequisite, the subscription you need, and the two tools you need in your machine if you want to go with this type of deployment. The first one, that is VS Code, and the Azure CLI, that is mandatory. That will help you to connect with your Azure account. After that, once you have the Visual Studio Code in place, you have to install one more extension in your Visual Studio, and the name of that extension is going to be Azure Resource Manager tool extension. Once you tool in your VS Code, that extension in your VS Code, then after that it is easy for you to create or write the script for deploying the different Azure resources. If you don't have those tools present in your machine, you want to download it. So I'm providing the downloading link into the description. You can click and download the tools from there and install in your machine. That's okay. Now let's move ahead to the portal, and I'm going to show you how to go ahead and create the different type of resources. So as of now, for the demonstration, I'm going to create a virtual network by using the VS Code. So now I am in a portal, and first of all I'm going to create a resource group. So I'm selecting the resource group option, and I'm just creating a new one. So I'm clicking on the create button. My subscription is here. That's fine, no problem. The name of my resource group is going to be demo, and location is going to be East US. That's okay for me. And I'm just clicking on the review and create. It will run the validation for the settings what I have selected for this deployment, and if the validation passed, then I can go ahead and create a new resource group. Now once we have the resource group in place, then we can go ahead and deploy the resource what we want. So my resource group is created. That's fine, no problem. I'm moving back to my machine, and let me just open up the Visual Studio Code. And in the extension area, you can see I have this extension installed already, that is my Azure Resource Manager tools. So you need to install that extension in your machine. Once you have that extension installed, then easily you can go ahead and create the different Azure resources. That's fine. Now let's go ahead and see how do we write a script for the same. So I'm clicking on the new file here and creating a new text file. Then I need to select the language. That's okay. In the language, I'm selecting the JSON, and you remember I have already installed the ARM tool extension in the VS Code. So here I'm just typing ARM, and you can see I'm getting the suggestions like if you want to create any resource group template, then you can select like a specific recommendation and it will automatically type a template file for you. So as of now, this is a very basic file. This file is from the scratch how you can go ahead and create the different resources. Once this loading has been completed, then I'm going to create the other resources here. That's fine. So for this demonstration, for this practical, I have selected the virtual network that I want to create from this script. If you want to learn more about the things, so you can visit to the Microsoft official documentation for the different type of resources that you can create by using the same. It is not possible to explain all the things in a one video, so that's why I'm just using the virtual network. And if you need the video on any other topic, so simply you can go ahead and ping me on the comments. I can create the videos on the same. So let's wait for the few minutes. Once the loading is completed, then we are moving forward with the next step. Okay, so now here you can see the loading is completed. I'm going to the resources and hitting the enter. From the new line here, I'm just typing VNet, and again you can see I'm getting the recommendation like if you want to create a virtual network, then you can select that option. I'm selecting the one, and now you can see I'm having all the parameters available here, like what is going to be the name of my virtual network, this one, and in which location I want to create the virtual network. So this is mentioned like in this way. If you want to give the permission to your user to select the location where that user want to create the virtual network, so we can use this one, or what else we can do, we can provide the manual value into this specific area also. So I'm going to provide the EastQS here. Then what is going to be the display name of your virtual network, what type of address space you want in your virtual network, and how many subnets you want to create over there, and what is going to be the range for the same. So everything is mentioned in this specific area. So let me make some changes according to me, according to my requirement, what I want to deploy, and then let me just show you how we can go with that. So in the name, for example, I'm typing the name is demo vnet01, and the address range what I want to use, that is 10700/16. In the subnet one, that's okay, let me change the range. So it is going to be 1070024, and this is going to be 10710/24. So here I have just created two subnet inside the one virtual network. That's fine, that's okay for my script. I'm saving this one over to my desktop with the name vnet, and into the file type I'm selecting the JSON in here. That's okay. Now you can see my JSON file is created. It's time to deploy the resource. But for deploying the resource from the machine, what I need to do, I need to make a login to the Azure first. And for making the login towards the Azure CLI needs to be installed in your machine. So in my machine, that tool is already installed. So I'm just opening up the terminal in here, and from the PowerShell I'm moving to the command prompt, and here simply I'm typing the command az login. This will open up prompt for me, and I need to make a login here. Okay, so I want to use this account as of now, and you can see I have logged in successfully. That's fine. Now I'm moving back to my VS Code, and here you can see I'm getting my subscription ID and tenant ID means I have successfully logged in. Okay, so now you can see I have logged into the portal. I'm getting my tenant ID. Then I need to run one command here in order to deploy the virtual network from this script towards the Azure. So the command is going to be az deployment group create, because I want to create a virtual network. Then I need to provide the resource group name. In my case, this is going to be the demo because I have created the demo resource group. Then I need to provide the template file. So in my case, I have created bnet.json. So this is going to be my template file here. And then let me hit enter and wait for the deployment to be started. Now you can see it is running in here. It is started and running. So I'm back on my portal and you can see into the demo resource group I can go to the deployment and you can see there is a one deployment 15 seconds ago. I can verify my deployment also. So for the verifying the deployment, I'm going to the virtual network, and if I refresh my page in here, you can see I'm getting my demo bnet01 along with the two subnets what I have defined into the template file. So this is the way how we can go ahead and create a resource by using the Visual Studio Code in Microsoft Azure. So that is all about in this video. If you guys have any questions or queries in your mind regarding to the same, please feel free to comment so I can help you up on the same. And the most important thing, if you guys are looking for the corporate training, so my contact details are mentioned on the screen. You can connect me over the LinkedIn, you can connect me over the phone, but kindly prefer the WhatsApp. Have a good time and keep learning. Thank you.